You most likely have been lied to. Worthiness is not earned. It never was, and it never will be. It is your birthright. So if you've ever felt like you don't deserve love or joy or success, no matter how hard you work, this is for you. And stay with me here because you deserve to operate from that place of being more than enough because you are worthy and deserving. In this video today, I will help you determine how to dismantle this lie once and for all. Let's get right into this. So, how does unworthiness show up? Most commonly, it's self sabotage. This is procrastination, imposter syndrome. This is your subconscious mind's misguided way of protecting you from a perceived danger of stepping fully into who you really are, your full worthiness. So you might be like, well, what do you mean? I want to be successful. And consciously, I am sure that you do. However, what happens here is completely subconscious. It's all subconsciously operating below the level of looking. Your subconscious is going to delay you from taking action towards your dreams or doubts your accomplishments and says it isn't good enough. Like your mind just cannot accept that you actually are amazing when some part of you deep down knows that you are. And when this happens, it's because there's a part of you that believes that failure or even succeeding is going to expose at some point this deepest fear. And that deepest fear will be confirmed of, oh, that's right. I'm not good enough. That's the fear. That's not the truth. And you procrastinate because subconsciously that's a protection mechanism. If you don't even give yourself a chance to try, you can't fail. So you see how that works. Then the other side of this, imposter syndrome, is telling you that, oh, you just got lucky. You aren't really that good or that deserving. Who do you think you are? This is not proof of you being capable. It doubts you, right? So both of these things are defense mechanisms that protect you from having to be vulnerable and say, yeah, I am worth that, or I am good at this, or I am worthy, I am deserving. These programs aren't based in reality, though, because reality is these defense mechanisms are keeping you stuck and keeping you playing small, not living up to your fullest potential. So, what's the antidote to it? It's rewiring that belief that your value is up for debate or ever was or ever will be because your worth is inherent. But how does this manifest of that belief that your value is up for debate? Well, most commonly, it is settling for less in life, whether that's you settling for less in a relationship or your career, or you don't hold boundaries and you let people walk all over you every time. You allow yourself to settle for less and not go after what you really deserve in life. Oh, and your higher, wiser self totally knows that you are worth it and is continually trying to pull you up to that level. It's pulling you in that direction naturally. That's a very strong force of energy. Well, what that's doing is it's sending a message to your brain and your nervous system that, yes, I surrender to this shit. You affirm, oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not worth a damn. I never was worth anything. So I guess I'll just accept it. I'm lucky to even have what I have. That's those kind of irrational, unreal thoughts, but they seem very real, very convincing. See how that happens? You may even just decide, oh, I never wanted this dream career anyway. Like, I don't know why I was thinking that. Or I just deserve to stay somewhere that is crappy, or somewhere I'm being abused or undermined. You just accept it and resign to it. You've decided at some point, at a deep level along the way somewhere, that this is all you're worthy of. Addictive behaviors are also so prevalent with this because it goes absolutely hand in hand. Because when you numb with food, shopping, alcohol, smoking, endless scrolling, even social media addiction, yes, absolutely, it's physiologically addicting. That's more than just a bad habit. That's a desperate attempt to fill this internal void that was created by the lie that you aren't already whole, that you aren't already enough, that you aren't already completely complete exactly as you are in this moment. The root cause of all of this is that you have conditioned yourself over years, and now you're telling yourself that being worthy of something is something that you have to actually earn instead of, or that it's something you have to achieve. How much someone or something outside of you approves, or how much you had to suffer and sacrifice to get something, rather than it just being something that you get to have because you are inherently worthy, because you exist, because you're literally a miracle in this body form, which you are, and made out of this energy that creates worlds And that is why you deserve it, not because you had to do anything. You are a beautiful soul, and no one will ever be you as good as you can be, right? You were born with that worthiness. There's no conditions to that. Have you ever heard that quote? You, more than anyone else in this world, in this entire universe, is worthy of your own love and affection. Well, yeah, that's what they're talking about here. The moment you really can take that in to a deep level within and uh, marinate that in of knowing I am good enough, I'm freaking good enough, I am worthy, then you stop settling for all of that stuff that's stupid. You stop having to numb yourself so freaking much because you're not forcing yourself to fit somewhere that you were never meant to fit into. You stop seeking confirmation from people that don't even trust or love themselves. You see what I'm saying? You stop seeking confirmation outside of yourself because you know it through and through and through to your core on the deepest subconscious level. And that shapes how you experience the world and how the world experiences and responds to you as well. That changes everything. This is usually one of those realizations that changes someone's entire freaking life. Like they go from working a shit job they hate to believing in themselves, betting on themselves, and start a whole business or a soul led movement or get sober, get married, or go climb mountains, start dressing bolder. And you can just see someone come to life once they really have that deep, deep, deep realization where it clicks and they just come alive. This was the case for me as well years ago. I was programmed for years to think I wasn't enough, and my whole life reflected that. But just as fast it shifted once I really took this in and soaked this in into my cells, knowing that truth. So if you've ever felt like that, like you are too much yet not enough at the same time, that is the conditioning talking. Okay. So let's rewire that garbage. Let's get it out of here. Being worthy of whatever in life that you want to be or do or have. Life is precious. So love it. It's not a feeling that you chase, or it's the state of being that you remember with absolute certainty deep, deep down. You did not come into this world doubting yourself, doubting that you had value. That's something that unfortunately was taught at some point. So that is why you can't heal this worthiness wound by doing more inner work or by adding more. It is more about what illusions are you stripping away, peeling back all those different layers of that conditioning onion that made you forget. In neuroscience, years ago, I was in a neuroplasticity group with some wonderful colleagues, and they were talking about how the subconscious beliefs get formed very early in life from like age 0 to 5. And literally, like these, they act like mental shortcuts. And these shape how you see yourself throughout all of life. Before you ever think about something logically, these are already forming. That's why it runs so deep. So, for example, a child who keeps hearing this message of you are too much or you are not good enough, that child is going to take these messages to the deepest levels internally and subconsciously. That is truth to you as a small child. That is your brain begins filtering every single experience that you have through that lens of I'm not enough or I'm too much. The really amazing news, though, is how healable this truly is. You absolutely can heal it. Your brain can unlearn those same ties, and your nervous system has the ability to rewire all the way back to safety. That is not self improvement. That is remembering who the F you are. Like, really. Imagine holding a picture of yourself as a young child. Imagine it right now. You watching this video, imagine you're looking at that picture of the younger you. And would you tell that child that they're unworthy? Think about that. Would you really imagine this? You're looking right into the younger you's eyes. Are you going to say you're not worthy? You're not good enough? Of course you're not. The disconnect of that really reveals how much of a lie that actually is. You might even pause this and just let that energy process through you because that's a huge shift if you can really like grasp that energetically. Think of your mind as a computer. It is running this outdated software that says you have to prove your worth. That's what's running now. Hypnosis is that system update that you download and your subconscious has been desperately needing for so long. So I will take you into a very relaxed state. And in that state, we will bypass the critical, analytical, overthinking mind and speak directly to that part of you that stores all of these old, crappy beliefs. This is not about mindset or positive thinking. This is about rewiring at the very root of where this crap comes from. It is deleting the file that says, I'm not good enough, and replacing it with the actual truth which is you are worthy simply because you exist. It's really that simple. So I want to take you through a mini experience here with hypnosis right now. I'm going to lead you down into a calm, really, really light trance state, kind of like when you're in bed at night, drifting off for the evening and floating out almost to sleep, but not asleep all the way yet, where your logic can soften a bit and your transformation happens easily and effortlessly. So I'm going to guide you to release the buried emotions deep down and rewrite those limiting stories and anchor your nervous system in this unshakable knowing of your worth. This is not about efforting or force, it's just loving yourself, just gentle, loving, reprogramming work. All you need to do is listen and breathe and let go. Kind of like thawing out a frozen river. Kind of what we're doing here is we're melting the ice of that old conditioning, all of these frozen internal structures of energy. So your natural flow of self-worth can start flowing back in and return yourself to yourself. This is going to work for you if you do it with me because science has proven that 94 to 98% of all of your behavior is subconsciously controlled. And hypnosis speaks the language of the subconscious. So let's do it. Find a comfortable position and just close your eyes. And what I'd like for you to do now is with every single breath, imagine that your body is growing heavier and heavier, and as if gravity is pulling you deeper and deeper and deeper into this deep and relaxing and calm state of mind. You're doing so, so good. You can even let go of any tension in your forehead, your jaw, your shoulders. And with each out breath, feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into this beautiful, healing, relaxed state. That's right. You're doing so good. Picture yourself at the top of a bright, beautiful staircase now. And with each step down, you double your level of relaxation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, imagine that there is a warm and glowing light surrounding your energy field. And that's dissolving any and all resistances around your energy field. You are safe. You are supported. You are loved. I want you to really feel that. See yourself now standing by a clear and still lake. And in your hands, you are holding an old book that is labeled My Worthiness. That's right. You're holding a book called and labeled My Worthiness. You open that now, and I wonder now if you can imagine now that written inside of that pages of that book is every lie that you have ever told yourself, every lie that everyone else has ever told you in your life, every lie that you've ever believed on any level. I'm no good. I'm not good enough. Something's wrong with me. I don't deserve. I have to earn love. I have to suffer it out. Now I want you to gently tear those pages up in your mind. Tear those pages out of that book and drop them into the water of that clear lake, that clear, still lake. And watch as all of that ink and paper dissolves into nothingness. And it fades into nothingness. That's right. The lake just absorbs them all easily and effortlessly and leaves only clarity now. That's right. You see this beautiful calming water, and that is how your energy field is now. It's so calm, so still, and so crystal clear, so sure. Now you can place your hand on your heart and say it with me. I am worthy just because I exist. I am worthy just because I exist. That's right. My needs and my desires matter. They really matter. I release this need to prove my value. I release the need to prove my worth. Worthiness is my birthright. It's not a reward. I trust myself. I belong here. I love who I am. And feel all of the warmth of all of that energy. And now start talking to yourself like that. That's going to rewire this. And do that again if you need to. Really get it deep and feel your inner compass deep within you. That this is always giving you the truth about yourself. And you now feel your worthiness. It is unshakable. It is undeniable. It is eternal. And every beat of your heart, every breath you take, it grows stronger. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back into your body. That's right. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and gently open your eyes up in your own time, in your own way. And you are now carrying that newfound knowing and learning of who you are. And you are enough. You always have been enough. You always will be enough. So I hope that was helpful for you. I want you to save this video, okay? And replay it whenever you feel like that old lie is trying to creep back in and take over again. Play this. You are enough always. I promise you that. And I want you to really feel that too. You are so worthy just because you exist. Now, comment down below to solidify the new program out to the entire universe who's vibrationally out there somewhere and say, I am worthy down below to solidify that into the ethers. Share the video with a friend. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like. So much love to you. We'll talk soon. Bye.